So here we go, the final event here at the Shaw Classic. It is a classic, the Atlas Stones, as Kevin Ferris steps up. First stone weighing at 290, second stone 330.
Number 3 is up.
360's up now, it moves up to 400. And the last two are monsters, 430 and 450. There's a 60-second time limit.
A lot of times, you know, you lift at the stones. These guys use a special tacky to get a better grip. When you get to the heavier stones, you know, the tacky is gone.
5, 4, 3, 2, time.
So Kevin Ferris will wrap up his Shaw Classic. He was successful with the first 4 stones, unable to get to 430 and 450. So Kevin Ferris, 4 stones, 22.69. We now go to Maxime Boudreau of Canada, the 29-year-old from Thunder Bay. First stone, 290 pounds,
Maxime
no problem.
Should do okay here. He's pretty good for the stones.
330, no problem. 360, a slight hesitation. He's going to think about this one, and good reason. This is 400 pounds, the stone for Maxime Boudreau. There he gets it. So fourth goes. Now he's on to the 5th stone. These are the big ones, Magnus. 430 and then 450 with a 60-second time limit.
Now he's running out of time as well. But if he gets that, this one
huge.
on, that's a good score.
Yeah, he gets it. So he's got 15 seconds to get this last stone, which weighs 450 pounds. And just loses the grab. So a good run for Maxime Boudreau. Here we go. Luke Stoltman now of Scotland. The 36-year-old from Invergordon makes quick work of stone number 1, 290. 330's up. 360's up. Boy, those first 3 flew off for Luke Stoltman. Now he's on to 400 pounds. And Magnus, he's one of those guys that's doing old school way, bare-chested.
Yeah. He's doing well here.
Taking his time here on stone number 5. This is 430 pounds after 2 days of competition. And he gets it. So will Luke Stoltman be the first man to get all 5 stones up? He's got 15 seconds for the final stone, which is 450 pounds.
That's a big stone. Oh, he's locked it.
Oh,
wow.
And Luke will
Not
check
today.
out with 5 stones of the 6. 37-18, so Stoltman now goes into the lead with 5 stones, 37-18. No one has yet to complete the entire rack. So here we go, Atlas Stones for Trey Mitchell, the 27-year-old from Texas. Best mark so far, 5 stones in 37.18 seconds.
Trey Mitchell is, this is his favorite event, and he's good at it.
Look at this, 2 more stones to go, the 430 and the 450. He's got it. So will he be the first man? Plenty of time to get this last stone, 450 pounds. Got it.
Wow.
So American Trey Mitchell, the first man to complete all 6 stones.
That was really well done.
So Adam Bishop now up. Mark to beat, 36.54 seconds, put up moments ago by American Trey Mitchell.
Well, he's looking good so far.
At Third stone, 360 pounds. Okay, he's on to the final two, 430 and then 450.
Big squeeze at him. Come on, roll. Tight uniform chest.
Got it. So Bishop has one more stone left, but just 10 seconds, 450 pounds. And he will bow out. 5028 will be his time for completing 5 of the 6 stones.
All right.
So Jerry Pritchett, the 39-year-old from Phoenix, Arizona, in the hunt for the overall win. He'll start things off with the first stone, 290 pounds. Good at 330.
Come on, Jerry. Keep working, Jerry.
No problem with 360. Halfway there. Got it. So he's down to the final 2 stones. 430 pounds on this one and then 450.
Now comes the big challenge.
Yep. And Jerry's just not feeling it there. So 4 stones in 29.76 seconds. All right, it'll be Alexei Novikov, the reigning world's strongest man, the 24-year-old from Kiev, Ukraine, on the stones. 6 stones ranging from 290 to 450 pounds. Mark to beat, 36.54 seconds.
Athletes take your position. Athletes take your position. Athletes ready. Timer's ready.
Alexei,
Alexei can move fast.
Yep.
He's moving pretty quick so far.
Come on, Alexei. Come on, Alexei.
Okay, now he's got the 3 stones, 400, 430, and 450. Gets it.
Yep.
So he's on the 6th and final stone, and he calls it good. So 5 stones for Alexei Novikov.
31.96. 31.96.
31.96, 5 stones for him. And that is the fastest of all the athletes that put 5 stones up. So it comes down to the final 2 competitors, and they're both great at stones. You'll have J.F. Caron, who's currently sitting in 2nd place, 1 point behind Brian Shaw. So if he can beat Brian Shaw and win this, and Brian gets 2nd, we'll go to a tiebreaker.
Yeah, I think Alexei realized he couldn't catch the top 2 guys, so he decided to play it safe and try to secure a 3rd place.
So our final 2 competitors here in the last event at the Shaw Classic will be J.F. Caron, fresh off a world record in the deadlift. And then it'll be Brian Shaw of Brighton, Colorado, the 4-time world's strongest man champion. Here's J.F. Caron trying to take down Trey Mitchell's 36.54 seconds.
He's looking good so far.
Yeah, he's going to be fast. First 3 stones, no problem. This one's 400 pounds.
2 times, Jeff. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Onto the 430. So
He's got the 5th one.
Yep, 6th and final stone, Magnus, 450 pounds.
He needs the 6th one.
This is 204
He needs
kilos.
the points if he wants to put pressure on Brian.
Yeah.
Let's go, Jeff. Come on.
And he got it. So J.F. Caron gets all 6. And just under the limit, the 60-second time limit, he does it in 59.7.
You are in second place.
59.7, the mark to beat. Still Trey Mitchell with 36.54. So Brian Shaw needs to do better than 59.7 seconds. If he does 59.7, he wins the overall. So the big question is, if you're Brian Shaw, do you try to win the event and beat 36.54 and set a statement, or do you just say, you know what, I'm going to get Trey Mitchell, let him take the win in the stones, I'll take the overall battle.
You know, knowing Brian, I wouldn't be surprised if he'll go for all 6 and tries to win the event.
That's going to be a fast. Remember, we talked about Trey Mitchell did all 6 stones on 36.54 seconds. That's roughly a stone every 6 seconds. So Brian's going to have to shave about a half a second off that if he wants to beat Trey Mitchell, who will be watching very closely. It'd be nice to see the young Texan pick up a victory here at the Shaw Classic. Dumbbells going Alexi's way. Alexi has 2 event victories on the day.
Luke Stoltenberg with the lock. And
yep. So the final competitor at the final event at the first annual Shaw Classic is Brian Shaw, the 4-time world's strongest man from right here in Colorado, as he steps up to the first stone, 290 pounds.
And he's off. Oh, that's looking fast.
290, 330, 360, no problem.
Oh, he's going for Trey Mitchell here. He wants to beat Trey in the stones.
No problem, 400. 2 more stones. It's all going to come down to this.
Looking good so far.
And he got it.
Yeah, he got it. Did he beat Trey Mitchell? That's the question.
Waiting for the score to come in, and the time is 35-68. Brian not only wins the stones, but he wins the overall. Just edging out Trey Mitchell's 36-54.
What a finish. You know, that's just incredible. That was so well done from Brian to
35-68 for Brian Shaw. He gets the win in the stones. Trey Mitchell gets second with 36.54, and J.F. Caron gets third with a 50.97 seconds. Well, Magnus, what do you think? We saw an amazing show today. Brian Shaw tweaked his back on the first event of day number 2, but came back like a champ and got it done in the stones.
Well, you know, he came back, didn't let it affect him with the dumbbell, and comes and wins the last event and secures the win. You know, what a finish.
Well, there's a lot of pressure on him. You think about the stones, especially that last one, which weighs 450 pounds, and he needed to beat J.F. Caron. And there was a moment there about the stone number 5 where it looked like he was really slowing down, and did he have the strength to get it done? But then he popped those last 2 stones and not only got the win, the time he needed, but he gets the overall win, just edging out Trey Mitchell, who put up an amazing time of 36.54.
Trey did put up a good time. Yeah. And, you know, I knew Brian would try to go for it.
Yeah.
And he got it. And that's a really, really good effort to get that time, because that was a good time.
What's an amazing story is Brian Shaw and his wife, Carrie, put this whole thing together. It was the brainchild of Brian. In the middle of the night, woke up and said, I need to put on an event for these guys. And so together, the 2 of them worked and got this done in a 2-day classic during a pandemic, brought the athletes all together. And I just think it's a testament to Brian and his wife, Carrie, and their love of the sport and putting this out there for the athletes.
Oh, yeah. It's just an unbelievable job for them to pull this together. With the pandemic going on, there hasn't been much happening in the strength world, or you know, in the international competitions, and it's been a fantastic contest. I've enjoyed myself.
Has it made you want to get back into competition?
Well, if I would still be doing it.
Back when you were competing, it was much harder.
I would have kicked everybody's ass.
So no official statement from Magnus Fermaguson, the 4-time World's Strongest Man champion, of coming out of retirement, but we'll keep the pressure on him. But overall, a really well-run program over 2 days, 3 events each day, and in the end, it finishes with a classic Atlas stone.
You know, I want to congratulate all the athletes. They all did fantastic. You know, there is, in my eyes, there is no winners. There's only survivors.
And the biggest survivor at the first annual Shaw Classic, the man himself, Brian Shaw, getting it done with an exclamation point in the Atlas Stones, 35.68. So the final results of the first annual Shaw Classic in Colorado look like this. Brian Shaw claims the victory, 47.5 points. JF Krohn of Canada finishes in second, and Ukraine's Alexei Novikov finishes in third. Then it's Trey Mitchell and Jerry Pritchett, Adam Bishop, Luke Stoltman, Maxime Boudreau, and Kevin Ferris, with Terry Hollins finishing in 10th because of injury, having to pull out on day 2. So the first annual Shaw Classic has come to a conclusion after a very exciting finish in the Atlas Stones. The man himself, Brian Shaw. Take me through those final stones. How important was it for you not only to win the event, but do it convincingly?
Yeah, I mean, Stones has always been a great event for me, and you know, JF did a great job finishing all 6, and Trey had put up a good time as well. So, you know, I knew there was a chance that you know, if JF would have beaten the Stones, we would have tied, and he would have won the tiebreaker. So there was a lot of pressure on me to win that, but running through, I felt pretty good, and you know, got to the last one and just was able to get it up there. So I'm happy with my performance. Of course, I always feel like I think at anything I could have gone a little bit faster, but I'm happy with what I did.
Magnus, you have a couple questions for him?
Well, you know, you felt a little tweak doing the deadlift.
I did. Yeah, you know, it's something in kind of my left hip, lower back. Just as I started that last pull, and I was able to gut it out, which was very important, obviously, at the end to get those points. But I had to pull out of that event, and then, you know, I felt it a little bit on dumbbell and certainly felt it a little bit on stones. But, you know, this is strongman, right? I mean, things happen, and, you know, if I quit every time I felt a little tweak or pop or something, I wouldn't have accomplished very much in this sport. So I had to battle through, but, you know, whatever. You can be sore after the event is over, you know?
Well, I want to congratulate you on the win on the Stones, on the overall win, and you and your beautiful wife for putting on this beautiful show for everybody.
I really appreciate that. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, this it means a lot to me, obviously, to see the guys happy, to put on this event, and you know, to do something good for the athletes, for the fans, for the sport in general. That's what it's all about, you know. So I'm happy that I won, but that was very secondary to putting on a great contest and giving these guys an opportunity. So I'm very happy with how it went down.
Well, it does take a lot of energy also to put a thing like this together.
The amount of work that has been done in the last few weeks behind the scenes is pretty incredible. I mean, you know, even in this very spot, I mean, I was putting these platforms together, finishing the floor, and then at, you know, 9 to 10 o'clock, then I did a little bit of training after that. So I was actually a little bit worried coming in that I hadn't prepped adequately, and I even told my wife, I was like, man, I hope I can perform, you know, after all the stress and that. So maybe it was good that my mind wasn't on competing and that it was just on getting it set up, because I was able to come through and perform pretty well, all things considered. So,
fantastic job.
Thank you, Magnus.
And Brian, a little bit of breaking news here for the rest of the athletes here that may not know. Prize money surpassed $50,000, and you are donating your cut as a champion to the rest of the field.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I had told the guys that, you know, basically anybody that signed up for the Shaw Elite Club to watch the Shaw Classic, if they pushed that, I was going to give that back to them. So through that, we have been able to double the prize money. So I had started by saying I'd put up $25,000. We've now got to $50,000. So thank everybody that tuned in to watch. And then my cut of that for winning would have been $15,000. So I'm going to take that $15,000 and evenly distribute it through the other 9 guys, give something back to them, just as a thank you for showing up and believing in the concept, right? And that means a lot to me. So, you know, giving back to them, that's what it's all about. And I couldn't be happier to do that.
All right, you're a very generous champion, but I got to press you on the last question of the day.
Okay.
Will we see a second annual Shaw Classic?
Well, my wife is probably going to kill me for this, but I feel like we gained some steam. I feel like we gained some traction, and I mean, every athlete that has walked up and all the feedback that I've gotten has been amazing. And so I think, you know, it's probably a pretty good idea to keep rolling with this. So who knows how we'll roll it out next year. We'll have to go into some planning and obviously get my wife's blessing on that. But yeah, I think, why not, right? I mean, it works so well. The concept has now been proven. I think we need to roll with it.
So that puts a wrap on the first annual Shaw Classic here in beautiful Colorado. On behalf of the 4-time World's Strongest Man champion, Magnus Vermagnuson, the 4-time World's Strongest Man champion, Brian Shaw, and the winner of the Shaw Classic, I'm Todd Harris saying so long. We will definitely see you next year.
See you next year.
So, in 10th place, the Shaw Classic, Terry Hollands. Ninth place, Kevin Ferris. Eighth place, Maxime Boudreau. Seventh place, Luke Stoltzman. Sixth place, Adam Bishop. Fifth place, Jerry Pritchett. Fourth place, Trey Mitchell. Third place goes to Alexei Novikov. A little bit more space. Second place, JF Caron. Thank you. And the winner, the man himself, Brian Shaw. I want to do a special clap for Brian and Kari for putting this together.
How about all our spotters, judges, you guys worked your ass off all week.